Hey everyone, welcome to another installment of Harry Potter Theory. In today's video, we're going to be discussing one of the fastest objects in the Harry Potter universe. It's not a dragon, it's not a snitch, and it's not a cornish pixie. It's the Firebolt. Now, we hear of a few different brooms name-dropped throughout the books and films, perhaps most notably in one of the beginning sequences of the Philosopher's Stone, when Hagrid takes Harry to Diagon Alley. When they walk past the broom shop, children are gawking at a broom through the window. Whoa, look at it! The new Nimbus 2000, Harry overhears as he walks by. And while the Nimbus 2000 was an impressive broom of its time, it wasn't long before it was overshadowed, later being eclipsed by the performance of the Nimbus 2001. However, as you can guess, with advancing technology, it wasn't long before even the Nimbus 2001 was eclipsed in performance. Along comes the Firebolt. Firebolts are exceptionally well made and lightning-fast broomsticks said to be capable of achieving speeds upwards of 150 miles per hour. Not only that, but they have a ton of special features, including the unbreakable braking charm and goblin-made ironwork, which both help with power and stability. The broom was produced by broom maker Randolph Spudmore in 1993, and when Harry first saw a firebolt in the window of Quality Quidditch Supplies before his third year, he wanted one desperately. Harry, of course, eventually receives one as a gift from his godfather, Sirius Black, but that doesn't erase the fact that Harry was unwilling to pay for one himself. Harry, in spite of his vault full of gold, still gawked at the price, which begs the question, how expensive were these things? For the descendant of Fleamont Potter to question the price, we must be talking some serious cash. Harry ripped the parcel open and gasped as a magnificent, gleaming broomstick rolled out onto his bedspread. Ron dropped his socks and jumped off his bed for a closer look. "I don't believe it," he said hoarsely. It was a firebolt, identical to the dream broom Harry had gone to see every day in Diagon Alley. Its handle glittered as he picked it up. He could feel it vibrating and let go. It hung in midair, unsupported, at exactly the right height for him to mount it. "Who sent it to you?" said Ron in a hushed voice. "Look and see if there's a card," said Harry. Ron ripped apart the firebolt's wrappings. "Nothing. Blimey, who'd spend that much on you?" Now, we know the answer to Ron's question. It was Sirius Black. But what we don't know is how much that much is. So let's dive in. The first thing that we need to consider is that Harry, when first looking at the glorious broom, implies that buying one would nearly empty his Gringotts vault. However, I'm willing to bet that Harry's statement here was largely hyperbole, sort of like how people say that would cost a fortune. Don't get me wrong, I don't think that the Firebolt was cheap by any means, but maybe not expensive to the extent that it would empty the vault of a wealthy young wizard. Fortunately for us, there is one clue that gives us some insight into the cost of the Firebolt. When Harry first receives the broom, Ron suggests that the Firebolt might be a gift from Dumbledore, to which Harry replies that Dumbledore wouldn't spend hundreds of galleons on a Firebolt for him. This narrows down the cost of a Firebolt immediately, as now we should be able to reasonably deduce that it costs anywhere between 200 and 999 galleons. If I had to guess, I would theorize that the cost of a Firebolt broom would be approximately 30 to 40 times the cost of a wizarding staple, such as a wand. From what I can tell, most things in the wizarding world are paid for in lesser currency, like sickles or knuts. Though there are certainly objects that cost galleons, most day-to-day objects utilize these lesser currencies. Harry Potter's wand cost him 7 galleons, and if we apply my theory of 30 to 40 times the cost of a wand, the Firebolt would be somewhere between 210 and 280 galleons. This means that the Firebolt would have cost Harry approximately $1,500 to $2,000, or $1,100 to £1,400. This price, in my eyes, works well with Harry's socio-economic status and his perception of currency as just a young man. What do you guys think of this theory? What do you think the Firebolt cost? Let me know down in the comment section below. Until next time, bad times like that bring out the best in some people and the worst in others.